Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Dragon Ball We Still Don't Have a Podcast Name podcast. Man, this week has been... It's been something. One could say it's been a bit explosive.
Just a tad. Just a tad.
His moments are here and he's feeling a bit golden. We've got Garri.
Woo woo woo! He is here.
Hey.
Almost wasn't, but he made it.
How are you?
Always at the nick of time.
How are you tonight?
I'm decent. I'm decent.
I don't say nick at the time because I just compared you to Frieza and I really don't want you to get knocked out again in like 2 seconds.
Oh, I have a theory about this. Which I will get to.
I am also here. Bye, everyone, again. He is super nettled. He was exhausted, yet somehow he's gone blue too. It's Alfonso.
No comment. Hey, gosh.
I forgot what the new blue name was for Vegeta.
Sparkle.
Yeah, that's it. Sparkle Blue.
They're calling it Beyond. I'm like, ew.
Sorry.
Sparkle is better.
Sparkle is much better. Well, we're going to have to talk about it because I think we're going to have a huge discussion on this week's episode. It seems like Garri really liked this week's episode for some reason.
I won't say really. There are some parts that really pissed me off, but I thought it was a decent episode.
Well, let's start with my favourite part and the worst part. Jiren babies, you love them because their backstory's generic.
Oh, God. The thing I hated the most about that episode.
So generic. And it's literally the definition of a backstory. Yes, I feel bad that his parents died. Yes, that is sad. But, come on now. He went to train and then they died too. And now he hates everyone because everyone seems to die. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Any of you ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged?
No.
It seems like a joke from that where Pegasus' wife in every scene with him, she just blows up. You know. And it's like, Pegasus goes something like this. I met you again, but then you had the sudden case of explosions. That's what everyone he seems to meet dies. It's like, and now he's suddenly the strongest being in every universe. It's just...
Is he, though? Is he?
Yes, he is. And we all... okay, I'm going to have you guys guess, because I bet you we all know who the main villain is that killed all his family and friends. Guess. Garri first.
Me guess?
Yeah, you guess. Who do you think did it?
The first Super Saiyan God.
Alfonso?
I second that.
You know, I'm really surprised you guys didn't get it, because I think I know who it is to the T. In fact, you can say to the B, Belmont. The God of Destruction.
You think
the
so?
Potential in Jiren killed... He literally is Batman / Superman. Where Jiren killed his parents, and Jiren became stronger to try and avenge his parents. I mean, not to know that Belmon's the one who paid for them to do it. Just like Beerus is the one who paid... Well, didn't pay, but, Beerus is the one that suggested for Frieza to blow up Planet Vegeta.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean Belmont was the one who did it himself.
No, but
he hired somebody.
It's pretty much... He didn't do it himself, but it's pretty much the same thing. He pushed the trigger, sort of.
Essentially, but he also seems really sad that Jiren is still holding on to this random hate.
He also seems to be the Joker, so...
Like I've been saying it, I still believe Belmont is giving Jiren some of his power.
I believe that Belmont trained Jiren specifically, and although he hasn't given his power to him, by training with him, he's gained his powers.
Maybe. I mean, he is very defiant of Belmont. He told him to stop talking.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny. The more Jiren talks now, the least I like his character, and I preferred it when he was silent.
Yes,
because he's an absolute dick to everybody, even his own teammates.
It's like, I only wanted you because I wanted to get stronger. Screw you guys.
No, you hit the nail on the coffin. It is the most generic, boring backstory and motivation for anybody in this Tournament of Power.
Right. I'm going to say this now. If Goku seems to have a better story for wanting to fight people than you done fucked up.
Yeah. And well, I think it's important that they haven't revealed who killed his parents.
Belmont.
Well, they didn't reveal it. If it was Belmont, I'm talking about the actual figure that did it, not the guy who gave the order.
The only twist I want to see happen, and it will be the biggest... what would be the word? It wouldn't be Deus Ex Machina, but the biggest, flimsiest reveal ever is the reason why he dislikes Goku so much is because, remember, Zamasu and Goku Black went around killing people in different universes. Remember,
in the future.
He killed all the gods of destructions in different universes. In the future. Yeah.
So it technically didn't happen.
What if Zamasu did it?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
No, they keep it a shadow figure for a reason, and it's something that I think they'll reveal. Maybe not in the Tournament of Power, but whatever happens after Dragon Ball.
Maybe. Well, they've only got like 4 episodes left, so.
I doubt that. That's why I said either it's going to be in the movie, or it's going to be in whatever they plan to do after Super, and after the movie, if they plan to do anything.
I think this was on Reset Era where I read this, and I was like, this is probably how it's going to go. Goku goes... Vegeta fights Jiren. Jiren wins. Goku goes UI. Goku's starting to win Jiren, and then Belmont goes something like, but I didn't kill your family and train you to be so-and-so. How dare you start losing? You're Jiren, the super powerful. And Jiren just looks around and realises that's why he's so powerful and who actually killed his parents. And then we'll see another one of those, Universe 6 tournament?
Mm-hmm.
Where Hit jumps off. I can see then Jiren, in defiance, finding out that Belmont is the one that killed his parents or hired the person to kill his parents or told the person blah blah. He then just jumps off the arena.
Maybe. I mean, it's hard for me because he clearly knows who killed his parents. He saw them do it twice. His parents and then all his friends when they went to fight.
That's what I said.
Clearly,
it's Belmont himself that did it.
Yeah, clearly that person was not in the Tournament of Power because I think we would have noticed Jiren would have done.
Murdered. He would have been.
That's.
He
yeah,
would have
exactly.
had a chance to fight. He would have literally been murdered.
Exactly. So it's clearly somebody that we haven't seen yet, or it's somebody that's long dead already.
Well, yeah,
this is why I
such
think
powerful.
It's the Super Saiyan God. Personally, I mean,
even that was the androids because they used the same animation for those.
But they also use the same animation for Goku Black when Trunks was describing it. It's like, Trunks, you can't describe hair and shit. He's like a mystery figure with evil eyes.
2 androids will appear in the future, but what they look like, I don't know.
This bunch of purple blobs is what they were. They were Bio Brawly is what they were.
2 Bio Broly's will attack in the future.
I always know that. Can't you just tell them that it's a young man and young woman with blonde hair and black hair? Like, sure, it doesn't help much, but at least they know what the hell they're looking for.
Well, and they seem to wear the same outfits as well, so...
Yeah.
So, like, one might be wearing, like, a tank toppy top, and then the other one will be wearing something with the Red Ribbon Army on it. I mean, it literally has the logo on him. Yeah, Android 17. Yeah. Look for the teenager with the Red Ribbon logo t-shirt on. It's probably him. Or look for the one that's... Oh, he didn't have Android 16, did he? Just look for the one that's after birds.
Yeah, 16 didn't exist in this world.
No. Well, he should do. He should still be there, shouldn't he?
No, he was never built.
Why would...
Because remember, the moment Trunks went back, he changed the timeline.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was still built. He was just not, awakened. Because 17 and 18 didn't really do much as defiance against Jiro. Because,
No.
Because they were still technically doing what they ordered him to do.
As far as I know, it was just the two of them that Jiro built. Plus, Jiro wasn't even an android in his future.
Trunks, he probably doesn't even know that.
Well, it's Trunks. He makes things up as he goes. Remember, this is a guy who couldn't say a young man and woman. He described him as purple blobs.
This backstory for Jiren, it hurts me so much because now, as much as I've always wanted to know his backstory, because I actually liked the character-ish. Not, he wasn't great, but But now that I know, I hate his backstory so much.
Yeah, I would have been okay with his backstory if his motivation was better than I have to be the strongest than everything in a universe. Like, that's literally his whole... so if he wins the Dragon Balls, he's going to wish to become the most powerful? He's already the most powerful. Or he's going to wish to have friends that don't die. I mean... I don't understand what... I don't know if they actually told you what his motivation is for the Dragon Balls. What is his wish? That was 17.
No.
This is just what I'm assuming was the thing that they said is he wants to be the most powerful. That's going to be his wish, to be the most powerful. It's not even to revive his dead parents. They literally turned him into literally one of the worst. Even Frieza has better motives than he does.
Yeah.
At least Frieza has a purpose. He just wants to destroy everything. He's angry.
Selfish.
Yeah, Jiren is super selfish, and he's a terrible character now. His backstory is...
He wants to go beyond strength.
To what? He's already more powerful than everything.
To bullshit levels. I mean, he's already reached that, but still.
I don't know. That was, in my opinion, the worst part of that episode.
And that's the problem.
Plus,
because
did you see the weird hairstyle they gave him when he was young?
That wasn't a hairstyle. He had a beanie hat on.
That looked like a hairstyle.
It did. It looked like he had a bowl cut, but nope, it was a beanie.
Wow.
Jiren babies. You want to punch you in the face.
Just wow. Well, what about your opinion on this, Alfonso? How are you taking his backstory?
At first, I was happy to see it because we knew nothing about Jiren. He's just a mystery. But now seeing what they shown, I wish they never included it into the episode because now it just makes him look like a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm calling it now. The clown god is the one that killed his parents because he is the Batman of this story and Goku is the Superman of the story. And we're literally having a Goku versus Superman, Batman versus Superman movie, but with Goku and Jiren.
But Batman always wins. So
yeah.
That's true.
But for fighting prowess, I guess Goku is technically Batman, and Jiren is the Superman's. No. I mean, Jiren literally shoots eye lasers. Oh, sorry, punch eye lasers. Talking about punches, though, that was really cool when he sort of Goku's doing his Kamehameha and Jiren just punches through it.
Yeah,
that was cool.
He created some crazy ass. Yeah, it looked like a big ass shield formed around it. It was pretty cool when he did it.
Yeah,
I liked that a lot.
Do you know who it reminded me of when he did those?
Broly. What's up? Broly.
Remember, Broly made that shield around him. out of energy.
No, that's because Broly was a badass. Who got defeated in the dumbest way possible.
And yet somehow he still has a better backstory than Jiren. And that was just a baby crying.
Yeah.
That was just baby Goku crying, and yet that seems a little bit more believable still.
Well, he was also born a Super Saiyan, so...
Yeah.
That's a big advantage there.
We haven't seen one in thousands of years, but that baby's one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why they didn't know what it was when he was born. They're like, what the hell is that?
Let's stab him with a knife. Oh, crap, the knife broke. But yeah, anyway, let's go to the... Well, I don't really want to say good parts, because it was the sad part. Sad, good part.
Well, there's still a lot to talk about in the episodes outside of what happened at the end.
Well, I thought the barriers were pretty cool as well. I thought the fact that he found a way to hurt Jiren was...
The first. He's the first to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this also goes into my theory about what's going to happen soon, too. With, again, Frieza. But let's continue. I'll get to that later.
Yeah, I have an idea of that as well. But yeah, I thought the fighting was really good. Though, I must admit, the animation during the first part of the fight was a bit weird. You know when Goku and Vegeta did their attack for like...
Oh my god, I hate it so much.
And then Android 17 looked like it was like Morris dancing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like la 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 la, because the kicks didn't look like they were actually kicks. They were just like lifting his leg up. It's like he was doing one of those showgirls dances. I was expecting him to pull out those pink feathers things. It's like, I'm gonna beat you, Jiren.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I thought the episode was very action heavy, which I thought they were going to spend half of the episode of Jiren powering up. Thank God that didn't happen. Yeah, I thought it was a very well done episode of them working together for the first time. They're all working together, and it also kind of sucks that Jiren is now at full power, and once again we see just how useless everybody else's power level is combined against Jiren.
That's just why they should do the fusion dance and all fuse together to make Gogeta 17.
Well, that's not going to happen anymore.
That's out the picture.
But yeah, I liked them working together. 17, again, being more of a leader than Gohan ever was. Yeah. Coming up with this fantastic strategy that unfortunately didn't work out at the end because it was the second time that he tried it. Yeah, the shield thing was cool. I honestly thought he couldn't do it. I thought he only had the one shield, and then when Toppo broke it, I thought, that's it, it's gone. He can never make the shield anymore. I thought it was like a permanent thing that he can do because of something that he had.
I think it's just because remember other characters have used shields before. It just drains a lot of ki, but because he's got this unlimited stamina, he can it's easier for him to keep the shield up.
Again, I feel like he could have still blocked Jiren's attack. Like the whole infinite energy thing still bothers me because he created like 15 shields and like Jiren's just flying through them. Infinite energy, you can just keep making shields, man. You don't have to stop. I don't know. It's just I think they gave them an ability that they didn't understand fully what they were giving them. Infinite energy, I could find plenty of uses for them to do with the infinite energy. But it'd probably break the show if that's what they did.
I bet Tim could find plenty of things for Android 18 to do with infinite energy.
So can I. And so can I.
So can I.
So can all of us.
Because she has infinite energy.
Yeah. So his weakness then, 17 figured out is that he could not stop the attack if it was pretty much point blank.
Yeah.
Right? And he wasn't able to see it.
Yeah.
He was pretty much, he didn't see the attack coming.
And that's why I didn't like... As much as that beam struggle looked cool, I didn't like it. I mean, it would have been so much better if Goku had used his brain and just instant transmission randomly around the room and then shot him while he was busy with someone else. Because once you saw that barrier up, you should have just stopped. You wasted energy.
Mm-hmm. What about...
Yeah, carry on.
No, I was just going to ask Alfonso, what did he think of all the fighting and stuff?
The fighting was great. I enjoyed it. To me, 17 did more than Goku and Vegeta because he actually used his brain.
Yeah.
He used his brain, and knowing what he did, he even injured his own self, and it succeeded.
Yeah.
I mean, 17 to me, like I always been saying, ever since they gave 17 more to do, he's been the underdog in this team, but he's been successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know we still haven't talked about it, but for him to go out like that is just the most stupidest thing they could have done to his character to end him like that.
I don't know.
And I say this because no. The reason I say that is because other opponents in the whole tournament got hit with attacks just as strong as Jiren, but they got eliminated. But then you want to hit 17 and make him kill himself? Like that bothered me.
Yeah, I really think Jiren should have got punished. I mean, he should have got punished several times now. Like when he fell and nearly fell out the ring, and yet somehow he was allowed to fall further than everyone else, but with no punishment. I'm always going to bring that up. He should have been kicked out. And like this...
Topo should have been a woman the more he became a god of destruction. That didn't happen.
Yeah. Akai! Down forward, Akai!
I think it makes sense because if he wouldn't have done it, all three of them would knocked out.
They would have been killed.
Agreed.
No, they wouldn't have been
agreed.
killed. I don't think they would have been killed.
That's why it's 50-50 with me because of that same part. And 17 sacrificing his dream just to make sure Goku Vegeta lives on to finish the job. Was like, okay, that's a sacrifice of a leader.
Yeah.
That's a sacrifice of a leader.
I mean, he was showing his, as he said, he was trying to show to Jiren this entire time, his human qualities, the fact that you should trust in people. Yes, they sometimes screw up, and yes, sometimes things go bad, but you should always have trust, otherwise you've got no strength at all.
I do think it was a cheap thing to do, to use the self-destruct back-to-back episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, sure, Vegeta survived it, 17 can't survive it because it's a goddamn bomb in his body.
Well, no, it's not a bomb, is it? Because they got that removed.
Yeah, so, okay, so then how the hell did he do it?
He overloaded his ki like with Vegeta did. Yeah, with Majin Buu.
So technically he could still be alive.
No.
We don't know.
Yeah, he's dead.
You never know.
But
they can bring
this is
him
what
back,
confuses
whatever.
me, though. If he's died in the world of the void, where has he gone?
Oh,
Because
I don't know.
when you die in US 7, you go to King Yama's place. I'm going to be pissed if Android 17's gone for good. You know, something like, oh, he died in the void, there's nowhere for his soul to go, he's dead.
Well, Ben, it wouldn't matter because the show's ending, so we'll never know.
Now, let's talk about the character that wasn't really shown. Frieza. Once again,
baby.
For a third time, he comes back. This is the third time he comes back. All right, he gives Jiren a good kick to the face.
No, what? Tries.
Oh, tries.
Although he succeeds. He knocks him through like 6 rocks.
And now it comes to the point that Frieza doesn't care no more. He wants to kill him. All right, so that sounds that Frieza is getting annoyed and desperate. But it didn't work. He gets knocked back down, and now he's back into his regular form. My question to you, Gary, since you love Frieza and you have all these theories, what do you think Frieza is going to do next, because obviously he has. I don't think Frieza has any more surprise attack that he could done. That he can do. Has he done it?
I think he has a big surprise.
He done it 3 times and he failed all 3 times. He tried to kill Toppo because he said it didn't work. He tried to kill Jiren and it didn't work. Obviously, I feel he's gonna come up again for a 4th time. But what can he possibly do?
Well, let's talk about.
He runs out of options.
When we talk about what happened in this episode, okay. I don't think Frieza should have shown up. I think it was a mistake, but it also worked towards my theory that I have about Frieza. So first off, he hits Jiren from the back, knocks him through a bunch of rocks, then he starts going off on him. Right, Jiren is dodging and blocking his attack. Hits him, he goes up, and then he says he's tired, he's going to kill him. He goes golden form, which at this point I don't think he should be able to do after the insane amount of damage he sustained from Toppo. He goes and he tries to hit Jiren in the face. Now, let me ask you, if you were threatening to kill somebody right there and then in front of everybody, knowing that it's illegal, would you do a random-ass punch? Or would you do one of many things Frieza can do, create a death ball, do the Earth Crusher ability, where he just destroys the playing field, completely killing everybody, and knowing he's going to survive it?
So you feel Frieza is bluffing?
Yes. And I'll get to that. So he flies in, and he tries to hit Jiren in the face in his golden form. Jiren blocks it with pretty much his eyes, right? Like he's done multiple times. If you look at Frieza's face, he's surprised, right? Oh, he stopped my golden form with his eyes, and then he gets hit, flies out, he's knocked out again. Yeah. I think Frieza in that moment found Jiren's biggest weakness. His eyes. A lot of his power comes from his eyes. And I think it's going to be Frieza who severely damages Jiren's eyes, stopping him from using a lot of his abilities, or hindering him severely.
Well, no, we all know what Frieza's best at, and that is shooting people in the back.
Yes.
So I really think what's going to happen is Frieza's going to be on the floor, and then Goku and Jiren are going to fight. You're like, ya-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, get your bangs. Ah-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. And then, just as Jiren is actually going to beat Goku because he's tired, Frieza's just going to death beam him right in the back.
I don't know. It won't.
I don't know.
That's a death kill, though. I don't think Frieza's going to go for the death kill.
I don't think
he already said they want to.
I agree with Gary, but I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna death beam him in the back. I actually think he's gonna take out his eyes. Based on what Gary said, is a possibility that there might be a struggle between Goku and Jiren, and as Jiren tries to finish Goku off, Frieza does some type of attack to knock out his eyes, to blind him somehow.
Frieza could just tell Goku this, because Goku can use the whatchamacallit, Solar Flare.
He could, but this is Frieza. You think he wants to share his secrets? He wants to be the winner. He wants everybody to know that he's the greatest.
Yeah, but
he wants to knock Goku off himself.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's shown that he's willing to work with people if it means beating an opponent.
Yeah, this is true.
And beating the opponent that even Goku couldn't beat. I mean, yes, Goku did the solar flare, but while he's doing that, Frieza gets a knockout.
But let's look at also what happened in this episode with Frieza. Frieza's knocked out, supposedly. Yeah. 17 creates a shield around Goku and Vegeta to save them. Yeah. He doesn't create a shield for Frieza. No. Why? Why doesn't he care about Frieza?
Okay, because you're right. I noticed that, but in my opinion, Frieza doesn't need saving because he could survive that.
He doesn't know that. How does he know that?
He doesn't. I know he doesn't know that, but we know that. We know that.
Also, my idea with that is Frieza's further away than Goku and Vegeta.
But we see the energy still coming at Frieza too.
Yeah, but it doesn't go that far, does it? My theory is that he just didn't put enough energy to do it, because if he'd put that much energy to push it that far back, it could have killed Goku and Vegeta. So Frieza would have been fine either way.
I don't know. He looked at Frieza and he laughed before he self-did.
Unless 17 knows something about Frieza that we didn't see yet.
Exactly.
Or 17 just doesn't like Frieza.
He still wants to win the tournament no matter what. He's got to use everybody. Oh, man. Yeah, can I talk about my Frieza theory now?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yes, I've been dying to hear about this all week. Go ahead.
Okay, so I went back and I watched earlier episodes up to the point where Frieza starts fighting Dispo? Mm-hmm. And it goes even further than that. So when Goku went Ultra Instinct, I mentioned this quite a lot. Frieza was the only one who wasn't surprised or didn't really care about the power that Goku had. Everybody was surprised. Beerus was surprised. It was like, what the hell is going on? Frieza standing on the cliff, laughing and saying, let's see what you can do now.
He actually wanted Goku to get stronger.
Yes. Whether it's because he knows he's weak and he needs help, whatever, I don't know. This happened multiple times. You also then had Frieza go in and give Goku his energy to sustain him during the tournament. Let's look. Frieza went in and he saved Master Roshi. He saved Goku with giving him his energy. He saved Android 17 twice during his fight against Toppo. Frieza's helped a lot of people. For reasons, obviously, we don't know 100%, but when we go to the Dipso fight, so Frieza is first getting his ass kicked. He goes golden, starts owning Dispo. Dispo then goes into whatever form he goes into, and all of a sudden Frieza looks like he's weak. The first thing I noticed is when Frieza is getting pushed back, he is blocking every attack Dipso is throwing at. So he obviously can block the attacks. He's not like getting nailed in the face repeatedly. He's blocking them. Up until the final attack that Dipso tries to do, before Frieza is about to get knocked off, he stops trying to block the attack. In comes Gohan to the rescue right away. I believe Frieza knew Gohan was there and he was going to come help him. Gohan comes in, and all of a sudden we look at Frieza, and he doesn't look tired. He doesn't look damaged in any way. He's laughing it off. He's telling Gohan, he, thank you for helping me. And then they form this plan. Whether this is an animation problem or whatever, the fact that Frieza wasn't damaged or hurt during that onslaught by Dipso tells me a lot about what he was trying to do. And so then we have Frieza do the beam attack to trap them in, the wall. Mm-hmm. Gohan is fighting Dipso, and he's owning him, which, in my opinion, shouldn't be the case. If Frieza can handle a single blow from Dispo, Gohan shouldn't be able to go blow to blow with him. Sure, he can't move around as much, but Dispo was pretty much one-way street against Frieza. He was just nailing him straight on during that exchange that they had. To me, Frieza was testing his own strength. He held the energy attack, and all of a sudden he got tired. He lost the energy attack. Gohan grabbed Dispo, and then Frieza's like, oh, okay, I'll knock both of you out. Good plan. He was tired. All of a sudden he's not tired. He just did a badass energy attack, knocking both of these dudes out. Right?
Okay, yeah.
In comes Toppo. 17 is struggling with Toppo. He blasts him in the back, whatever. He transforms into a god of destruction. Frieza is again unfazed by the fact that Toppo just turned into a god of destruction. He's laughing it off. He shoots him with destructive energy, and this is where I really noticed, again, whether it's an animation thing or it's something else. I think it's something else, but again, this goes to the writers being very smart and trying to trick people. We know he was able to control God of Destruction energy. It was a lot weaker, yes. It was a lot smaller, yes. But for a split second, Frieza was able to stop the attack from hitting him. And then when he said, "Oh, I felt this before, I've stopped this," he stops it for about a second, and then it starts itching closer to him. And he starts freaking out that it's going to hit him. I believe Frieza, again, is testing to see what he's capable of doing against these powerful characters. I think he could stop the attack, and he did, but he let it hit him to see if he can sustain the attack. He let it hit him. We assume Frieza's out. He goes back to 17, and then here comes Frieza to the rescue again. He's pissed. He's in his regular form, not golden anymore. Creates this big ball of energy that would destroy anything. Throws it at him. He creates a tiny little ball, wiping out Frieza's energy attack. Again, Frieza testing to see where his power is compared to a god of destruction. He could have done any attack that he wanted to, but he used an attack that would have killed everybody and eliminated him instantly. I don't think he did it on purpose. Or I think he did it on purpose that way because he knew Topo would deflect the attack or destroy it with his energy ball, with his destructive energy. Goes in, takes the hit, see again where he's at when it comes to sustaining damage in his form and how powerful he really is. I believe Frieza is constantly testing himself to see how strong he is compared to these characters, if he can survive these attacks or not. Even Topo was surprised that Frieza survived a God of Destruction attack like that, like the one Frieza took. And then a second time, he almost crushed his face, he almost punched a hole through him, but yet Frieza survived. And then in comes his battle against 17 again, where he's creating the big-ass energy ball, and he's about to destroy 17. Frieza to the rescue, destroys God of Destruction energy with one blast. How is he able to do that when every energy attack that 17 has tried to do just vanishes before it hits him? Destruction energy wipes everything out that it touches. But Frieza was able to destroy Topo's energy attack. Then he's able to trap him in an ability that he hardly ever used. He only used it once against Goku. The fact that he was able to hold Topo for as long as he did, again, I believe Frieza is testing his abilities to see what he's capable of doing to characters that are obviously more powerful than he is. Or that he believes are more powerful than he is. And once again...
You made a good... I like your theory, but my question to you is, if this is true, do you still feel that Frieza needs Goku in order to win?
Yes.
Based off the earlier...
I think he wants... He's... What is the most dangerous enemy you have? It's the one that you least suspect can hurt you. And Frieza is making himself look like the weakest player on the field right now. He looks like he's coming unwound. He's getting angry, which is something we know Frieza does. But we also know that Frieza is a lot smarter this time around than he was when Goku beat him when he went golden form. He even says this, I'm training my mind, I'm doing this. He could have destroyed them right there and then, but he didn't. The moment Frieza got brought back by Baba, he could have just said, fuck it, and just, who cares, try to kill Goku right there. He didn't. Frieza knows his weaknesses at this point, and he knows what everybody's looking for him to do. If Frieza was desperate, which he would have been desperate a long time ago against probably Topo, he would have done something to ensure that they would not be able to win and he would not be able to lose. And that would be to destroy everything around him. He would have done what Frost tried to do after Frieza knocked him out. Lose his shit and get erased. That's what Frieza would have done. Frieza is keeping his cool, in my opinion, very, very well. Like I said, if he wanted to destroy, if he was going for the killing blow, he would have destroyed the thing that everybody's standing on, like he's always done. he would have destroyed the planet. He's not going to try to kill the enemy. He knows that he can survive in space and in voids and whatever. He knows he can survive when he's cut in half or cut into a million pieces. We've seen this. He survived everything. They will not be able to survive if he destroys the arena. He could have destroyed the arena a long time ago if he was desperate. Frieza, in all his desperate forms, does the most desperate stuff. We've seen it. He blew up Namek because he was desperate. He tried to kill Goku when Goku gave him his power. He's like, hey, you're going to continue to live knowing that you lost. He lost his shit. Yeah, he blew up the Earth when he knew he was going to lose. Frieza, if he knows that he can't win this fight against Jiren, he would have destroyed it. He would have destroyed everything. He would care. I firmly believe that he is testing his strength. He went golden form, something I don't think he should be able to do anymore after the assault he took from Toppo. He went golden form against Jiren, flew in and tried to punch him in the face. Everybody knows that hasn't worked. Even Frieza knows that hasn't worked. But he tried it to see just how powerful Jiren is. And I believe he noticed that a lot of Jiren's power comes from his eyes, or a telekinetic power that Jiren is using. Much like Frieza uses telekinetic powers as well. The fact that Frieza, again, is still in this tournament, I think says a lot.
And I think I'm saying now, after the preview, I don't think Vegeta's making next week.
No, I don't think. And Frieza's still there. Whether he shows up, he is making himself look incredibly weak. God, even they don't even talk about him in the stands anymore. Like, Beerus disregards him. Whis doesn't care about him. He got knocked out in one hit again. This is the third time he's gotten knocked out in pretty much one or two hits. I believe Frieza is testing his strength to see what he's capable of doing against these enemies. And he's letting Vegeta and Goku and everybody else wear down their opponents like he's been doing the entire tournament. Yeah. Frieza has not really done much of anything in the tournament except save people. I think he saved more people than anybody else has in this tournament so far.
I agree with you, and I agree with you. But now thinking about this, based off what we now know about Vegeta not making it in the next episode, when it does happen, do you realize that this will be the third time that Frieza and Goku will meet up in a way? And knowing that, I feel Frieza might do something to Goku. I don't know. I feel that might happen because based off everything that Garri is saying, it looks like Frieza is going to beat Jiren. Well, going to win the whole thing. And even when they do, Frieza somehow is going to knock out Goku somehow. Like, finally get his revenge. That's what it looks like, but it can't be starting yet until more is shown. But
I don't think
it looks like it's aiming that way.
I think what will piss Frieza off though is even if he knocks Goku out, I think Goku's going to still win.
And if he doesn't, I don't like that.
Because
if he doesn't, I don't like that. Because then that's Akira giving Goku again. You're the star of this show. We got to give the victory to you.
Because it's the person that's the MVP that gets the wish. It's not even the person who gets. And Goku had the most knockouts and assists.
I still think Frieza would get the MVP. I think there's more to knocking people out than just knocking out. Frieza has done the most.
Yeah, but Zeno have that Goku fetish.
Yeah, that's true. Hell, 17 deserves it more than anybody.
Hell yeah, man. 17. Yo, that's the go-to guy for this whole tournament. Well,
I'm going to be pissed if Goku goes, you know what, guys? My wish, I'm going to use it to wish for a boat in 17's memories. The SS-17.
Oh my god. No, just look at it. What is Frieza's ultimate goal? He wants to be the most powerful being in existence. He wants to rule the gods of destruction. What better way to rule them than to know if you can even take them on?
Yeah.
I think Frieza...
That's true. That's true.
He knows what he's doing. He is one of the best strategists, in my opinion, outside of Vegeta, when it comes to manipulating the situation he's in. I just don't see Frieza losing this tournament at this point. I think he's playing everybody just like he's been playing everybody all the time. Even during the Namek saga, everybody thought they could beat Frieza, and then, oh, he has a new form. Oh, he has this strategy. Oh, his desperation move, he knows he can't beat Goku, blows up the planet and goes 100% full power, and he's able to go toe-to-toe with Goku after that. Golden form as well. We know for a fact Golden Frieza, at the time, was more powerful than Super Saiyan Blue.
Yep.
He just couldn't sustain the power. You're telling me at this point in time that Frieza, who can now control his golden form, is weaker than Ultimate Gohan? Like, come on. I just can't believe it. The fact that he survived the onslaught from a god, even Vegeta could barely sustain a one hit from Toppo. When Toppo hit him one time, he was almost out. It was because of his pride and going berserk that he was able to do stuff against Toppo. Frieza survived 4 attacks from Toppo.
Yep.
God of Destruction attacks. And continued to come back and fight. I think he's testing himself. And he's making people look dumb by thinking Frieza is the weakest character. I think he's going to go toe-to-toe with Jiren. Oh, he even went toe-to-toe with Jiren in this episode. Like, why would Jiren have to dodge his attacks in his regular final form? That should be nothing to him. You can stand there and take the hits if Frieza was that weak. But no.
I think the issue is Jiren can't sense energy, probably. Just like Frieza can't sense energy.
But he can sense when Goku uses instant transmission and goes behind him.
True.
And I think it's the eyes. His eyes see a lot better than our eyes see. That's why he's able to like block and dodge attacks so easily. Frieza should not be able to have snuck up on Jiren at all, in my opinion. If instant transmission can't sneak up on him, how the hell did Frieza sneak up on him?
Same with Android 17.
Yeah. That's my theory on Frieza. I think Frieza has a huge trump card he's going to play, and it's going to be something that's going to drastically affect the outcome of this tournament.
Well, this week, I think it's this weekend, will be the last Super for a week. There'll be a week break after this weekend, yeah. After this weekend, there's a week break, and then there'll be another week break in March. So,
because we're going to have to spend a week getting over Vegeta's elimination?
Yeah.
Which they spoiled in the goddamn title. Who does that?
Yeah.
God. So terrible.
Yeah, it's sad.
No, he must be doing something amazing, though. I'm calling it now. Something big will happen.
We still don't know if it's a knockout. He might just get knocked out. Like Frieza's gotten knocked out.
No, I think this is his last fight. For now.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. I believe once Vegeta gets knocked out, he's going to make this huge speech again like he did when he killed himself to kill Boo. Yeah. And I think that's going to force Goku to go Ultra Instinct one more time.
Yeah.
And however long that lasts, I don't think... it's just hard for me to believe that Goku's going to win this on his own.
Well, I know that the episode after this is titled Goku Masters Ultra Instinct. So, we all know he's going to go Ultra Instinct. And that's why I believe, because we play Dokkan Battle, and that's why I believe the Tournament of Power event is the end of the month. Because I think Ultra Instinct Goku will Dokkan Awaken next month.
Yeah, probably. That's when he's awakening in Japan, most likely, too.
Yeah. Because the whole new Goku learning to master the form will get a Dokkan version of that.
Yeah, even if he masters the form, I think because he's so weak at this point, I don't think he's going to be able to go as far as we think he's going to go against Jiren.
No, I think he's going to go toe-to-toe.
Well, enter Frieza.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I said. I think it's going to go toe-to-toe between Goku and Jiren, and then Frieza will get a sneaky attack at the end.
Knocking them both out.
Yeah.
I could see Frieza knocking them both out. He's going to aim purposely to knock both out.
That's what I mean. That's why I believe it'll be a death beam. And it won't be like to the heart. It'll be
to the eyes. I'm telling you, he's going to blind Jiren somehow, man.
If that happens, if that happens the way y'all saying it, where Goku and Jiren goes toe to toe, Frieza eliminate them both, and then Frieza wins, that will be a huge finger because then that's how it ends, and we don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it, man.
I can see it. I can see him stood on a rock, going golden form, and the whole sky just goes golden, sort of. And that's where it ends.
I know Gary happy.
I think it's gonna end with the dragon asking what Frieza's wish is, and that's what it's gonna. We don't know what he wished for. Bam. The rage that we will experience on the internet will be on that.
He wishes for the biggest boat.
We know what Frieza wants. We know he wants to be at least higher than the God of Destruction. He wants to rule them all. He wants to be the most powerful God of Destruction. And after this tournament, I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes one. Like, if, I don't know, Beerus gets demoted or something. I wouldn't even be surprised if Whis has been visiting Frieza, training him and teaching him how to control his power. Because the way I see it, I believe Frieza was being trained to become a God of Destruction way back when.
I don't think it was like Goku and Vegeta being trained, but I think he was being molded.
Yeah, this is why Beerus told him to destroy the Saiyan planet.
Yeah,
he was seeing this. He was pretty much the destroyer at that time, before we knew Beerus existed. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to become one. Which one it is, I don't know, but I see Frieza becoming a God of Destruction.
Now, if my theory is true, and Goku just wishes all the universes to be merged together, they'll have a lot of God of Destructions just sitting around.
All I'm saying, and I've been saying this since the tournament power started, Frieza is going to win this thing.
Well, we've only got a few more episodes to find out.
He's still in. Yeah. Has to be a reason he's still in.
And we'll find out maybe next week.
Stupid luck or whatever. And like you said, maybe Frieza and 17 had some sort of talk when they're in the rubble or something like that, that 17 knows Frieza's plan and what Frieza is doing.
Yeah, that does make sense. That time when they got hit by Jiren's attack and 17 came out, but Frieza didn't. Mm-hmm. Now it's starting to make sense. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah.
The two of them working together was beauty. It's the idea that Frieza was able to destroy an energy attack from a God of Destruction, when every other energy attack thrown at him just disappears. Even Vegeta's attack disappeared when it hit Toppo, but Frieza's didn't.
Yeah, but that attack Toppo used didn't look like it was using destructive energy. Just looked like normal energy.
I think it was, because when Toppo was using his Justice Finger attack,
true,
and Vegeta was deflecting it, everything it hit just disappeared. It didn't blow up, it just vanished. So...
Anyway, we'll find out more next week, after Vegeta's final episode.
No. Vegeta looks really weird shirtless, too. I'm not going to lie. Like, watching him fight without his top on, I'm like, I don't like it. Put something on.
So, yeah, any last thoughts before we end it?
No. Frieza for the win, man.
So find out next week on Dragon Ball, whatever the name of this podcast I give it is, where we talk about the Vegeta fight, maybe some fighters, and maybe some other stuff.
Frieza's 3-second cameo where he gets knocked out again.
I am also here. Bye. Until then, gather your energies, and we'll see you next Sunday on the Dragon Ball podcast. Catch you later.